Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to be playing some ladder with LOGBAIT. So I'm not going to lie guys, Cycle isn't really that strong in the meta right now. I don't even think LOGBAIT is in the best spot right now either, but so many of you guys wanted me to make a video on LOGBAIT, so I'm going to do my best to do that. So in my opinion, Tesla right now is way better than the Inferno in the meta. I see a lot of good LOGBAIT players using Tesla instead of the Inferno Tower. Why exactly? Well, Lightning is pretty good in this meta because of all the Golem as well as the Electro Giant. Even though Inferno is good against Electro Giant and Golem, like if they Lightning it, you have such a hard time defending it. Whereas Tesla, they don't really want to Lightning that because it's not really that good value. The radius is small too, so you can play it like far away from the tower so they can't hit both. And you just have a much easier time beating Electro Giant. Why Electro Spirit instead of Ice Spirit? I just think Electro Spirit's way better right now overall than the Ice Spirit because there's so much bats in the meta right now. It's really good against Graveyard, and also the Night Witch, like the bats that spawn out of that, Electro Spirit's much better against, and even things like Royal Recruits, Electro Spirit and Tesla gives you a higher chance of winning. So before getting first game, if you guys want to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. It helps support me, channel, and I really do appreciate all you guys use my code. It means a lot. So we're not insanely high up, but we're gonna try to push up. I'm 2200. I was actually like much higher, like I was in like the top like 100 or something like that, but I was practicing LOGBAIT a lot to like make sure like I was good enough with it or like comfortable like recording a video with it. I'm saying like I'm pretty comfortable using it. I actually a lot of people don't know this, but the first 20 win challenge I actually won it with LOGBAIT. Kind of a fun fact. Of course the meta has changed a lot since then, so that's why like I was practicing it to kind of like relearn like, you know, a few interactions and also like, you know, the new meta as well. So it looks like we might be verse 2.6 here, which in my opinion is a matchup that could go either way. I think like for some reason a lot of people think that 2.6 hard counters LOGBAIT. I'm not really sure why that is, because I actually think it's a matchup that, like, as I said, could go either way. So we're going to go for Princess of the Bridge here. He has to go for a log, which is fine because now that opens us up to use our Goblin Barrel. So we're actually going to do that and see what he wants to do. So he's going to go for an an Ice Spirit, so we can go for a Knight. And if he goes Hog, we don't have enough for a Tesla. Good thing he's going to wait, though. I'm pretty sure he's up Elixir, so I'm surprised he didn't go for the Hog, but I guess he's like playing a little more passively right now. So solid lead for us already. I think that Musketeer wasn't very good because after he cycled that, he didn't have enough Elixir to defend the Goblin Barrel, so we can just Tesla. Not the best Musketeer in my opinion, because now we can actually just log the Hog Rider and the Musketeer. And then we can go Electro Spirit like this, try to, in case he decides to, I don't know, go for like a prediction log we played out of range. We can go for a Goblin Barrel like this to juke it. Like, switching up the placement occasionally is good to see like if your opponent falls for it. In this case, he doesn't though, so we'll play it on his part. I was gonna Princess at the Bridge. I'm glad he didn't, or I'm glad I didn't, because he actually ended up predicting it. But we can still go Princess like this because it's going to be annoying for him. It might even, you know, force a Fireball out of him, so it's worth doing. And yeah, it does. That's a negative trade, so I'm completely fine with that. We can go for a Goblin Barrel again to pressure. He's going to go for a Hog, so let's go for a Knight to tank, so then that way the Musketeer doesn't end up locking on our Tesla. And then we can go for a Princess at the Bridge. Good prediction on his end, really well played. But he's going to play a Musketeer. So if he goes for a Hog, I might go for... Let's actually juke this a little bit. Good play on his end, split lane pressure. This is going to be a pretty close game. We still have the lead right now, though, which is nice. If he goes for a Hog, we're going to Tesla over here so he can't Fireball both the Princess and the Hog Rider, of course. So we're going to Tesla like this. So that way he can't hit both the Princess and the Tesla, and that it forces a Fireball out of him. That was just really annoying for him to deal with. That's why I did that and spaced things out. So we're going to log here. Hopefully he doesn't predict the Princess. He doesn't. Princess ends up locking on the tower, and it's going to get 2 hits, which is really, really nice value. He's probably going to go for a Hog, which is fine. We can just go for a high Tesla because the Musketeer is already locked on to the Knight. And then we'll just go for an Electro Spirit just to make sure we slow down this Hog so it has no chance of getting a hit. We'll go for a little bit of a juke like this here. Hopefully he ends up missing it one time. Goes for the log. We can go Knight. We can go for a high Tesla again. And he has to fireball the princess, which is just getting super annoying for him. We can go for a Goblin Barrel like this because we have the Goblin Gang coming in, so it's good to try to like space everything out. And because of that, we are going to get a Spear Goblin to connect to the tower. And chip damage like that over and over again is like really what we need to like pull ahead in this game. We can go for a low Tesla like this because I'm worried about him going for prediction fireballs, to be honest. I just think switching up the Tesla overall never hurts to do. He's getting pretty close to damage in the left lane, actually, because he continues to fireball the princess, so we got to be really careful about that. But I think overall we're fine because we can obviously pull ahead with the rocket whenever we need to, which is going to, of course, just get us so much damage. So he's going to go for the hog again. We can actually, yeah, nice Tesla like that. And because he just fireballed, I'm actually going to go ahead and send in my first rocket of the game. Go for a log, and we're back to a Tesla, so we're going to play it in a different spot, so we can't go for prediction fireball. We play it high up here with the knight, and you can see every time we switch up the Tesla, he just does not know where we're playing it because we've been playing it in different spots the whole game, which is exactly what you want to do. Like, you don't want to be predictable and like always played in the middle of the same spot. So here we can once again go for a Tesla like this in a different spot than where we played it, and that should be GG. Really nice win here. In my opinion, as I said, 2.6 is a matchup that really could go either way. Like, I don't think he played it perfectly, but at the same time, I also think the matchup is probably a little bit easier with Tesla because it keeps your cycle good when you have Inferno. I feel like it's a little bit easier for the 2.6 player to outcycle you. So another reason why I like Tesla, like against other fast cycle decks, it just makes it easier to keep up with their cycles. So here we go, second game here versus Call Me Leo. So we can just wait like a second, see if he wants to do anything. If not, I'm perfectly fine cycling an Electro Spirit. And he's going to go for a Heal Spirit. So we're going to go for a Goblin Barrel because I don't know any deck that has Heal Spirit and Tornado. And he just cycled his Barb Barrel, so perfect timing. He's forced to go for a Fireball. He goes for the King activation. So we're going to pressure hard here in the opposite lane, knowing his Barb Barrel's out of rotation. And he's going to go E-Wiz. So let's go Electro Spirit like this. Interesting deck thus far. I'm thinking it's RG because I don't really know of any other deck that has Fisherman besides RG in this current meta. So we'll go Princess at the Bridge. He's going to go for Skeletons and a Heal Spirit, so unfortunately we don't get a hit, but that's fine. We're going to go Goblin Barrel like this. Because he's got Barb Barrel, we're going to always be switching up the placement on his tower to try to get him to miss one of them, of course. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious what RG variant he's using. Like, does he have the E-Barbs? Does he have just, like, a fast cycle variant? Like, with no E-Barbs, that's kind of my question at this point. So, we're not going to rocket that. That would be a pretty bad idea in single elixir. I was considering doing it, but then I remember whenever I use RG, it's always a bad idea when the LOGBAIT player does that because I'm always able to punish them. So, remembering that, I'm not going to. We're going to go for it on the left side now. Again, switching up the placement. He doesn't fall for it, though, so I'll play it on his part. But when things get more tense, like in double elixir, it's very likely he'll end up missing it once or twice. So he's going to go RG in the back. We can just go Knight. We don't really need to get crazy in pressure. We can just play this passively. Like, we'll eventually be able to get chip damage throughout the game, I'm pretty sure. There's no need to rush this. And we'll go Goblin Barrel. He doesn't currently have his Barb Barrel in cycle. He goes for the Heal Spirit. We can actually go for a Tesla like this so he doesn't fireball the... And he actually just used his Barb Barrel, so now he doesn't even have anything for the Goblin Gang. And also he doesn't have anything for this now, so we can go for that. Pretty bad RG push in my opinion, because it's going to put him at like an elixir, like, deficit, I guess. Not a good Barb Barrel either, so we can actually catch that, and then we can just go for another... Yeah, honestly, I'm noticing a lot of mistakes on his end. I'm just saying this because I use RG a lot, so that's going to help us win this game, of course, like if the other person's not playing perfectly. So we can just go for a log like this, Princess, and then go for an Electro Spirit, and he's going to go for an RG. So we're going to go like that again because I don't really want him to hit the Princess and the Tesla. Like, you never want to give them too much spell value, like if you can avoid it. He's going to miss one, so he's forced to go for an Ewiz. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if he has to overcommit like that on Goblin Barrels, that's so bad for him. And he's going to go for a Fisherman, so we can actually go for a Goblin Gang to try to protect it. And then we can go for another Goblin Barrel, because we have 2 Princesses down. This is just getting really annoying for him. He's going to have to go for E-Barbs. We can actually go for a Knight to protect. And then we can go Goblin Gang even to try to keep the Princess alive. We actually don't, so that wasn't the best Goblin Gang. But, you know, we're looking pretty good here at this point. I'm going to even try to keep this Princess alive here. Are we going to be able to do it? Yeah, we are. That's clutch. He has to kind of waste an Ewiz, so this is just getting really, really difficult for him at this point to defend. We are going to have to rocket this E-Barb push, though, which is kind of unfortunate, but, you know, we have to. We didn't really have a choice. And he is going to go for an RG in the opposite lane. So we can go for a Tesla. We can go for a Goblin Gang. And we are still looking pretty good, guys, I have to say. Going pretty well. He's going to go for another RG, so let's do our best here. We're going to go Tesla high up. You know, I have to say, guys, I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with how I played that. I mean, I don't think that this is even, like, that easy of a matchup. Like, it's not, like, a horrible matchup. If he had Mother Witch instead of the Ewiz, I think the matchup would have been probably, like, a little easier for him. I don't even know why he had the Ewiz. Maybe he doesn't have Mother Witch leveled up, but I'm still pretty surprised. Like, I felt like we played that pretty clean, and that's a deck that's, as I said, pretty popular in the meta, but typically they'll end up having Mother Witch instead of the Ewiz, but still, I felt like I played pretty good defense there. We didn't give him good value with the Fireballs, like playing Princesses next to the Teslas, and also we pressured at the right times, and we were able to get the win. So, really good stuff there. Let's go ahead and search for the next game. Try to keep climbing up here and reverse the Galaxy. So, as you're seeing in lots of these games with LOGBAIT, you're often not going to be able to take out the opponent's tower before the game ends. Sometimes it goes into the full 5-minute game because you're kind of slowly getting chip damage. You can't really expect to take their tower. There's only very few matchups where, of course, you are going to, like Golem or something, where you really have to, like, pressure them hard when they Golem in the back, of course. But anyway, it looks like he's going to go for a Valkyrie, so we can just go for a Knight here to try to protect our Princess and see what he wants to do. So we can actually go for a Tesla like this to continue protecting our Princess, and it's also going to be able to take out the baby dragon, of course. So we'll go for... Okay, I gotta think here. Do I want to rocket this? I'd rather not, but I have to. Yeah, I had to rocket that because I needed to get rid of that as quickly as I possibly could. If I tried to go for like an Electro Spirit and Princess, I feared that it would have been tanking for too long and we would have lost more of our tower. Not the best Goblin Gang. It didn't end up protecting the Tesla like I thought it would. The P.E.K.K.A. still locked on it, so that was a little bit of a mistake on my end. We're all good, though. We still have a good chance of winning this. I'm pretty sure I'm coming back, so we can go for a Knight like this. Electro Spirit actually can fully counter the Ice Wizard as long as you time it right. I'm pretty sure we... Yeah, we got it. So we're going to go Goblin Barrel because I don't... And played off to the side because I don't know if he's got a Tornado. I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, so he does have the Tornado. We can go for a log like this. I'm fine taking that damage, obviously, because he got so much in the right lane already. We can go Princess at the bridge. See what he wants to do about that. He's going to go for an Ewiz, so we'll go for a Knight. And then we're going to go for Goblin Barrel, play it normally, because of course his Tornado is out of rotation because we outcycled it. So he does go for the Valk. We should be able to get some solid chip damage here. Knight even locks on the tower, so that's really good for us. He's going to go in really hard here with a Graveyard Push, I can already tell, so we need to set up for a Tesla. Kind of low because we need to defend both lanes most likely. We're going to go for a Goblin Gang. I'm going to go for a Knight, and then we need a log 100% here on this Graveyard. We also could probably get like a good, maybe a good Electro Spirit. well, didn't do great, but I guess it was still fine. Let's go Goblin Gang to maybe force, like, a Valk out of him in the opposite lane. Because it's okay to pressure the opposite lane, like if they play something pretty expensive, like a P.E.K.K.A, for example. And hopefully these Teslas can get some pretty good value for us, because this is going to be a little difficult to defend, if I had to say. Luckily, though, he's not going to be able to support the Graveyard, because he chose to go for a Tornado on defense. So actually, guys, this is looking like a pretty close game. It could go either way at this point. We can send in another Goblin Barrel because he just used his Tornado. And that's going to get some damage unless he does something else. He does go for the Ewiz. So he's going to go pretty aggressive with the Graveyard here. Really good Tesla on our end. Let's go ahead and send in a Goblin Barrel. And he's going to go for the Freeze. So not too scary, honestly, because we had the Electro Spirit to clean that up. I can't really do math in my head right now, but I'm pretty sure that if we just cycle 2 rockets and a log, that should be enough. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, so hopefully here we don't, like, throw the game, but... Okay, that was a bad P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, because that's expensive, so he's not going to have enough to play the Graveyard right away. That's going to be GG. Not too bad there, because he didn't really have great spells for our Goblin Barrel. Like, he only had the Tornado. Freeze is pretty bad against it, and Valkyrie 2 is okay, but we were able to outcycle him really easily. So another really nice win there. Let's try to get at least into the top 1,000. We'll play a couple more games at least. Here we go. So we'll give this guy the good luck. We don't have an ideal, like, starting play like Princess or... Oh, he's going to go... Okay, so we're going to do this, actually. He's going to go... Okay, mirror match. So let's do our best here. The mirror matches are honestly a little weird. The way you want to play it is pretty aggressively. You can even, like, rocket cycle, too. So we're going to Princess here. He's going to go for an Ice Spirit. Pretty bad Ice Spirit because it doesn't retarget it onto the... So we can actually go for a Tesla because that's going to be able to take out the Princess and the Knight, getting us some pretty good value. Let's go for a Goblin Gang like this, because if he defends with his own Goblin Gang, the Tesla is going to be able to take it out. And let's see, should we... Oh! That I did not mean to play that, obviously. That's unfortunate. I meant to play something that predict his Prince. Well, all I have to say is if we win this, then that's pretty impressive after wasting a rocket like that. Because we pretty much wasted 6 elixir. Literally, like, we wasted 6 elixir. So if he loses, that's going to be pretty embarrassing. Yeah, we'll see. That could really cost us the game, though. I had the wrong card selected. Like, occasionally I do that, like, when, like, well, not actually very often, but I feel like it's more likely to happen when I'm recording videos, because I kind of have to focus on too many things at once. But yeah, that was, like, if we lose, that's probably the reason why. Which is a shame. There's honestly no point in... I'm going to rocket, actually, and we're going to Knight. Okay, we predicted his Princess. Well... Oh! I think, like, we have a chance, maybe? I don't know. That's a juke. Bro, honestly, I can't complain too much about that loss because we actually played it better than him. Because obviously we only lost because of the missed rockets. So that kind of shows you guys, like, honestly, I'm not even mad about losing that because we lost that because we wasted 6 elixir. Like, if that rocket, we played it on his tower instead of playing it in the center, we would have won because his tower was a rocket log away. So honestly, we played that really well. Probably better than him because he almost lost. Like, we were pretty much able to come back. It really came down to the wire. So yeah, good game though. Like, even though we lost, so it was a good game. It really, like, shows you guys, like, how you want to play the mirror match. You saw both of us didn't really use our buildings. I used it, like, occasionally, but really, in the mirror match, you don't even need to use your buildings at all. But yeah, good game. We were almost able to win that after that mistake. I might have been able to play it, like, a tiny bit better. And, like, we could have even won it maybe after wasting 6 elixir. Because it was pretty close. Like, 1 or 2 things differently or, like, a little bit more, I guess, precise, like, in the matchup, we could have won. Like, 1 more princess at the bridge or something like that. But, yeah, it was still, like, a really good effort to come back after that huge mistake at the beginning of, like, wasting 6 elixir. So he's got Mega Minion and Baby Dragon. Okay, I would rather not rocket that if I don't have to, because this way we can save elixir and also cycle more cards. I think it's just better to not rocket something if you don't need to. I mean, in this case, though, he does get some damage. To be honest, I don't think he had the Tornado, because Mega Minion doesn't usually have Tornado in it. So I'm a little bit, well, curious to see what his deck is. I guess we can Princess, he's going to go Golem. I don't really want to Knight and then Goblin Gang in the other lane, because he could, of course, end up having the Bar Barrel. We gotta be really careful here. Ooh, I don't know why he played that Lumberjack in front. So we should be able to take this out, and I don't think he has enough elixir to support this golem any further, so we actually defend that successfully. Not too bad at all. Mega Minion helped out a little bit, take out the Tesla, but besides that, pretty much gave him no counter push. That damage was pretty much all because of the golem. So we're going to go Knight, because I would really want to keep this alive just because it would be annoying for him, so we're going to do that for sure. We could go Goblin Gang like this, because that's going to basically make sure we keep it alive or force a response out of him. And looking like pretty clean defense over there. So we can go in here because he just used his... He doesn't have his Bar Barrel in rotation. He goes for the Mega Minion, which is not like the optimal response, I would say. And this time we can play the Tesla just a little bit lower, and then we can go for Princess like this. Go for a Knight. And then we're going to have to rocket this for sure. So now E-Barbs come in because of after we just rocketed. But we're actually going to defend that pretty much perfectly. Can't complain with that at all. We Princess at the bridge too, and that's going to get us a hit. We go for a Goblin Barrel too. We're just trying to pressure to attempt to get some chip damage, because we just need like a little bit more, and then we are able to cycle a couple rockets. So we'll go for a Tesla. No, the E-bar went to the top. Good game. Yep, that last defense wasn't the best. Probably should have tried to defend it without playing the rocket. Yeah. Or, you know what I could have probably done? I could have, when he went golem in the back, I could have cycled 2 rockets and then went for 2 logs. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, I tried. Good video regardless. This game, I really should have won. We got 3 good wins, though. And, like, again, this one I should have won. I honestly played it better than him. We just completely misclicked a rocket, and that cost us the game. And this one, like, I should have been able to win. Like, not that bad of a matchup. I just choked at the end. I'm not used to defending E-barbs with LOGBAIT after they're newly buffed. But anyway, try my best. As I said, LOGBAIT, not that good in the meta. Cycle decks right now, in general, not that good in the meta. This is just, like, a beatdown meta right now. So, it's been hard to, like, make videos on cycle decks. But, hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. Like, I tried my best. I know it's probably not, like, you know, amazing gameplay compared to, like, you know, some of my other videos where, like, you know, they're better in the meta, the decks, but I wanted to use something like, a little bit off meta and a cycle deck, which isn't good in the meta, so it was definitely a challenge, but next video we'll use something that's a little better in the meta. Maybe I'll use, like, a pretty good deck and try to push, like, pretty high up, like, in the top, like, 100, we'll see. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Make sure to like it if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe if not subscribed already, and thanks again until next time, guys.